amazing. I mean, incredible. That just the moment, like, I'm not sure how long it lasted, but I felt like it was 20 minutes long. And that's how it should have felt, right? Like, but like I said before, I still, the New York Knicks organization gained a lot of respect from me, as did the NBA and whoever's running the commercial situation at Turner. Because it's a lot of moving parts that go into him having that long ceremony. It's not just one person decide that ceremony is cool and then it happens. Like, it's a lot of stuff that got to be moved. Commercial slots and all of these things that has to be moved for this situation to happen. And so kudos to all of those people that made that happen. It was a special moment. It should have been special. It was even more special than I had imagined it being. Because you just figure, like, you're on the road, like, they're going to maybe stop the game, everybody clap it up, and then you play. I didn't expect all of that. So, you hold on to that moment, and, you talk about it, because it's a feel-good. It's one of those feel-good stories. Like, you feel great when you're speaking on that. You smile when you're speaking on that, so you want to bring that up. You don't want to just throw that to the side, especially in an accomplishment like that. But it is behind us, and that is, I can only imagine how much pressure was on Steph each shot. Because I started feeling the pressure when he was shooting like that. So it's good.
You wear your Rolex?
No, not yet.
Did you go to the post-game dinner celebration?
No, I did not. I feel like Steph had a bunch of people in town. I had a bunch of people in town. Like, that's a moment for him to share with his family. His circle. So I had no intentions on going because I don't think that moment was for me. I think that moment was for him to celebrate with his people, people that's been there even way longer than I've been there. That was a great moment. We'll have our time to celebrate with him, but I thought that moment should have been for him. I had no intentions on it.
Well, have you guys had a bad defensive game this year, in your opinion?
I think we've had some games where we weren't really that great. We weren't up to par. We weren't up to our standard. A terrible defense, a bad defensive game?
The numbers say not really.
Yeah, I know what the numbers say, but my naked eye says we definitely had a couple.
At least not, like you said, not terrible.
No terrible ones. We've always been able to kind of figure it out throughout the course of the game at some point. Put some good stretches together. I don't think we just had a complete end. But I do think there were some games that we could have took a lot of stuff away that we didn't. But overall, I don't think we've had any terrible ones.
There was talk before the trip on picking spots for guys maybe to get some rest. As we sit here now, are you expecting to play Boston and Toronto?
I played all three of these? Yeah. Well, I'll for sure be playing 4, because I'm definitely playing tomorrow. And we'll go from there once that's over. But I know for sure I'll be 4 for 4. We'll see what happens with 5.
2 more games left on this trip. Klay's return possibly looming when you guys get home. Is the anticipation increasing at all?
No. I'm not going to get my hopes up to get let down. And I hope you don't either. Because to be quite honest with you, I know just as much about Klay's return as you do. And that's nothing. Like, we know he returning at some point, right? That's about all I know. And so, the same report you read like Christmas Day before Christmas Day is the same report I read. And that's kind of how it's going. So I just kind of stay here, stay focused, try not to anticipate that, try to let him work on his own term. One thing I know about being hurt, and not hurt, not injured. I haven't really had many injuries. I've been hurt. You start to feel the pressure of anticipation of everybody else around you in the circle when that starts to mount up. And the reality is I don't think he should feel that. I don't think that's fair to him, his process, his mental. He may not be ready tomorrow mentally, right? Like, his body can be great, but is he ready tomorrow mentally? He could not be. And so I don't want him to feel that anxiety and that pressure that I know comes with it when everybody's looking like, oh man, he about to be back. Like, hey Klay, you back yet? Like that anxiety, it adds up and it weighs on you. And so, no, I'm not anticipating it at all. But I'm very excited about it. But when they set a date, I'll anticipate that date. But until then, I try to keep my hopes very even keel.
Does the distance, being on the road trip, make that easier for you, the compartmentalize?
Absolutely, because when you see him every day, he look good. And so when you see him every day, it's like, oh man, hey, Klay look good. And you watch him next time, like, yo, you see Klay? And so not being around him definitely helps. But the reality is then you're not around him for 7 days and you come back and he looks even better than he did a week ago. And then you're back like on edge. So I try to stay away from him.
Perfect answer.